a lovely slipway, this. Bit rocky, but definitely in the winter months, if they would be kind enough to let us have access, we could clear away a path here to get a launch. On these smaller tides, you couldn't do them on a bigger tide. This is probably one of the smallest tides of the year today. We are at high water now, Gold Cliff, so you can see how low this tide is at high water. I think it's a 10-meter Newport, but can fish well. You've got to know how to fish this area. A lot of people come here off the shore, big baits, and it doesn't really work here. But yeah, could be a lovely slip down into the water here. Rocky, but doable. But as you can see, the old salmon stakes there, the old fisheries. And if you've seen my video I posted on South Wales Sib Anglers the other day of the Black Rock LAVE net fisheries, now you've seen the distance is the second 7 crossing. Fisheries is just around the corner there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. That page is definitely worth looking at. Some good heritage and information they found there. And Natural Resources Wales pulled the plug on them. They were the last of the LAVE net fishers in Wales. But yeah, the reason I brought you here today is to talk about the ultimate Sibbers guide. Now, I've been asked a few times by various people, would I do a beginner's guide? I don't think there is a beginner's guide, to be honest, so I'm not gonna recommend products that I use or brands, specific brands, because I know a lot of people get a little upset when you don't recommend their brand or they've got something different. And this is just purely from my experience what I have found to work well for me. And yeah, probably going to do a few parts, so this will be part 1. And we're at Gold Cliff. Just take a look, it's lovely. I'm down here because over by there I've got some crab traps ready for Wednesday to go on the smooth out, so give them an hour soaking. And I thought, where a better place to talk about sibbing. So yeah, I plan to cover everything from your boats, your engines, your equipment, fish finder, navionics, how to use navionics, anchoring. I've already got an anchor video on here, but I will update it with a bit better run of water. Yeah, we'll cover everything, and most importantly, safety. Got a lot of videos promoting safety, I notice, and so that's what we'll look at. But yeah, I'm going to call this one part 1, and it's going to be part 1 to start at the beginning. So if you were looking to get into the sport, you have to look at budget, location you're going to be using it, and how you're going to transport it. So we'll go bit cringe, but we'll call it part 1 BLT, and we all have a BLT, don't we? So yeah, just a big welcome to every subscriber. Thank you very much. I think we're on about 260 now. It's great, I love it. I love talking nonsense to you and you lot giving me the thumbs up. Just gives me something to wake up to in the morning and do something. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because we probably will be one of the best Sibbers channels. Even though we don't catch fish, if you want to see fish being caught, you will probably have to look at Oban's page or someone else's page, because I don't catch fish. I try, but I can't. And if you want to see someone pulling an anchor, you'll have to go on to Mark Kemble's page. I think Alan's Captain's Adventures. But yeah, I'll try and do my best and help you all out. All the questions I get via South Wales Sib Anglers, I thought it'd be better to do it in a video in a few parts. So, BLT. So yeah, first of all, your budget. You know, you need, in your budget, you've got to buy the boat, you've got to buy your motor, your launching wheels and your safety gear. If you just going to jump straight into the deep end, there are loads of cracking boats out there, A-decks, alley decks, loads of manufacturers well capable of giving you a nice Class C rating boat, which you need, Class C really. If you're spending that type of money, Class C, Quicksilver, XL, On-Wave, Sunsport, all those boats are rated. I know I've got the safety, full safety inspection, Class C rated. And if you don't know what Class C rating is, I think you are 20 mile offshore you can go, and up to 4.6, 4.7 maybe. I think I'll have to check. But that's what Class C rated. Not that you want to go 20 mile offshore, and not that you're going to want to be out in force 5, 6 or 7 winds. But definitely worth looking into. The safety aspects on some of these boats. Some of these boats out there haven't even passed a safety report, and they're selling them for more money than some of the brands that I've talked about. But yeah, your next port of call then would be an outboard. So depending on what your boat is and what it's rated for, that's your outboard. So you want to really be looking at a 9.9 easily, definitely in the Bristol Channel. More so down on the south coast you can get away with a lesser horsepower, probably 6 to 8 I expect, because there's very little tidal pull down there. But if you are looking in the Bristol Channel, you want a 9.9, and that would be the minimum that I would go personally in here. This tide in here can run 7, 8, and up there, the top end of the channel, 9 knots easily, and you don't want to be caught in that. So a nice 9.9, 15, 20 horsepower, lovely. But again, it's all in your budget. Also, your launching wheels. I've got a launch trolley which I've had modified to fit my boat, which I haven't used yet. I'm hoping to use it this weekend. We go into Porthcallis or Porthclais, don't know how to pronounce it, and maybe use it there, and go into Newton Wednesday on the smooth down. So stay tuned, I'll have another video there, hopefully. If you like me talking crap, yep. So I've got these crab traps down by here, and that's what I plan to do. We're going to do these parts while I'm fishing, so you've got something to look forward to as well. I'll try and catch you fish. I'll try, like I said, and you can see what I'm trying to tell you, as in equipment and what to do in person, real life. So when I talk to you about anchoring, you'll be seeing me anchor, because I'll be fishing, doing the job. Talking about fish finders, I'll have my fish finder on there, showing you how to use it. Navionics, you know, it's pointless me sat behind a table trying to tell you how to use Navionics, when ideally be no better place of using it than trying to get over a wreck using a fish finder and Navionics at the same time. And I'll be a long way off yet, part 27. No, only joking. It's going to be like 5 or 6 parts, I expect. But yeah, and your location. No, talk about location. No, location. So where you're going to go, where you're planning on going, again, determines in your budget of what type of boat you need for that area, and what other equipment you need, like launch wheels, trolleys, trailers. Like if you're going Oxwich, it's a vast area, Oxwich. You can either stay in the bay or you can go down. Oxwich is an example, but you can go anywhere. So you got your budget, your location of where you're going, and how you're going to get your boat to that location. So all these you've got to think about before you even buy a boat. And once you've done that, then you can start looking, start pestering people then and saying, can I come down and have a look at your setup? Can you take me out even? Can you come and show me the ropes? I quite often take loads of people out, or show them the ropes, or invite them up to my house to show them. And I haven't got a problem with that. And I think half the country that's delving in this sport would welcome you. If you're new to the sport, or even old, just wanting some new ideas and, you know, a bit of advice. There's loads of it out there. So yes, so your location. I know a lot of people will buy a sib, they will register to one slipway, and that's where they stay all season. So if that is the case, then you don't need to be spending stupid money on engines, bigger boats, launch wheels, trailers, because chances are you have just booked into a slipway that gives you full access to the water, and you can set up right there. But yeah, definitely worth looking into. Or if you, like most of us, we travel. I've never fished this far up on a sib, to be honest with you. Cardiff is just round the corner by there. We do fish there a lot. It's 7 miles from there up there, I think, or 10 miles. There's Redwick up there, Sudbrook round the corner, Chepstow and Beachley. They're all spots I would love to fish in the winter, but it's getting up here. So yeah, you can go anywhere, and that's when, like, I've had five sibs now, and I'm on a 3.9, the biggest I've had, and travel everywhere. And I think that is the plan of most people when they buy a sib. So just, you know, when you're traveling, it's got to fit in your car, on your roof rack, in your van. It's all got to get in there. And when you break it down, there's a lot of gear that you're taking with you. Fuel tank, rods, the boat, launch wheels, clothes, extra clothes, life jackets, food, tackle, anchor bucket, anchors, drift chutes. It's a lot of gear you were cramming into your van or your car. So just be vigilant. If you have got a Fiesta and you want to buy a 3.9 boat, better off putting on a trailer. Budget in for a trailer. So yeah, I might have babbled on a bit too much babble, but I'll do my best to give you some information. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And next time we will talk about boats, and hopefully I'll have a few different boats to show you there. So I'll have my boat, hopefully a few others like Ali Decks, a few different brands as well. I'm hoping it'll be there, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, only so and so boats you do. Look, at the end of the day, if we are lucky enough to be sibbing, lucky enough to afford to come and do this sport, it doesn't matter what you're doing it in, as long as it's done safely. It's just an awesome opportunity to be doing it. God, I'd love to be out there now, to be honest with you. A flat car that is. Chance to get a spring run of cod. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter what name your boat is, as long as it's safe and you were safe and everybody else around you was safe. Just lucky that we can do it. So yeah, if you like, stay tuned. Hopefully on Wednesday I will bring you some more videos of part 2. What part 2 is going to be yet, I do not know. Hopefully look at boats, engines, bit of fish finding, bit of anchoring, bit of fishing, and yeah, I'll just take you on a journey with me in parts as I go through the season fishing. And hopefully it won't be long drawn out. If this weather will be, if it'll stay with us, because I'll try and get out 2 to 3 times a week. Now the spring is here, summer, and don't tell the missus that, but that's the plan. 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. So sorry if I'm repeating myself. If you like me talking crap, hit the subscribe, give us a like, give us a share, and check out South Wales Sib Anglers, because if you are planning to come to Wales, and I know a lot of groups now are doing some kind of meets and organising events, drop the boys on South Wales Sib Anglers. There's loads of knowledge on there. They'd more than happy to help you out if you were coming down on holiday or coming down for the weekend, or even if you wanted to come down and have a session with us one weekend. Drop us a message. We come down, we'll do our best to get out most weekends, whether it is West Wales, local, even down on the south coast. But yeah, just a look. And also check out top of the channel, Black Rock LAVE Net Fisheries. It's an interesting site there, and a lot of knowledge to be learned. They found some strange stuff up there, extinct animals from thousands of years ago, skulls. But anyway, I won't keep blabbing on. I will pull in my traps now and see what crabs I got for Wednesday. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll be coming smooth down fishing with me Wednesday. Ciao for now. Thank you. Just before I go, I've just pulled in my crab net. No crabs in there, but we got a little codlin. A little codlin. Spring. It's nice to see this. Come on. Little codlin in a crab net. No crabs, so it might have been a waste of a trip this. But yeah, little codlin. I'll get him back in the water now. yeah, so we'll have a look at the next trap now.